Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, January 14th, 2021. Hello. I hope I see some people today. My name is Jennifer Cotton, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means that I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packages, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of other cool tools. Good morning, Shannon. Hello. So I've been doing this for 19 years now. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 19 years. Hey, Susan, good morning. And teaching people how to make their own cards and all that stuff. I'm comparing the comments on the iPad to the phone. I think they're in a different order. I'm trying to see here. There's Rhonda, Susan, Jackie, Rhonda, Susan. Maybe they are in the same. No, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Good morning, Rhonda, Susie, Jackie. Hello, Susan. I'm sorry. Hey, Linda in Mansfield. Good morning. Hey, Linda Brady. Linda Carver, lots of Lindas this morning. Hey, Evelyn. Hey, Pat. Thanks for sharing. Thank you guys for sharing. Good morning, Robin and Jewel and Darla. Thanks, Darla. Hey, Stacy in Florida. Hey, Pat. Good to see you again. Thanks for sharing, Stacy. All right, so as you guys come on, say hi. You'll be entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today. You can also be entered by sharing the video. Hey, Dana. So basically share the video, comment that you shared, and just say hi, and those will get you entered to win, which helps me in my business. So that's a small thank you I can give you, is entering you to win those cards. The cards I'm going to make today are featuring the Sweet Strawberry Bundle. This is in our January to June JJ Mini Catalog that just started this month. And in addition, I'll be using the Berry Blessings stamp set and Berry Delightful designer paper, which are free with a $100 purchase. Good morning, everybody. So both, I'll be using all 4 of those things basically in our projects today. And you can win those cards if you say, possibly you can win them if you say hi. Okay, so if you see anything you'd like today, I would love to get it ordered for you. You can order directly on my website, and I always put a link to that in the description of the video. And thank you. Let's see, who is this? Sandy, thank you. Sherry, good morning. Hey, Kim. Thanks for sharing, Susie. So if you see anything you like today, you can order it from my website. And then I have a monthly online ordering special every month. And so if you order with $25 or more, separate from any events, those all have their own ordering things, then you will get a class packet to make 4 cards using the Quite Curvy bundle. So everything will cut, die cut, emboss, everything we can for you. And then you'll just stamp and assemble with your own stamp set at home with a PDF tutorial I will send you. So that's the one we're using for this month. If your order is 25 or more, you get that class packet free. And if it's 50 or more, you also get a free full accessory with your class packet. So hopefully that makes sense. Susan is excited to get her Stamp-A-Stack. Yay, it's finished being cut as we speak by the amazing Landa. And if you took, she's doing card and Stamp-A-Stack, and if you took sampler or scrapbook, the amazing Karen is cutting those as we speak. And if you took bingo, I cut those. So it's a whole team over here. So anyway, the online order special happens every month. It's on my blog. It is in emails that I send out, and you can always just ask me what's the host code for the online ordering special. You have to put in the host code, which is a combo of letters and numbers. You'll see when I point the camera down, to qualify for that special, unless your order is 150 or more, and then you'll get don't use the host code. Stampin' Up! Will give you at least $15 in free merchandise, but you will get the gifts from me as well. Hopefully all that makes sense. Just let me know if you have questions. Yay, Robin. I'm glad you're excited as well. I do have some stuff to show y'all, and I'll just see what it is as I show you, because I don't even remember now. But this was, Judy sent me, I think it was, yeah, a payment, a check, and in this pretty card here. So thank you, Judy. Lots of detail there on that one. And then Sharon Fisher sent me a check. That sounds bad, but in this card, using some of that new Celebration Stampin' Up! Paper. Very pretty. A cool use of that to cut it up like that. And she did leave a little space in between for a border there, so that's cool. Thank you, Sharon. And then we had, April and I had our weekend retreat this past weekend, and it was very small, and we had lots of rules. I always have like super COVID safe rules and all that, and then a lot of people took it to go as well. But I wanted to show you a thank you card or a couple of thank you cards we received for our retreat. This one was from Diana, and there's a nice note in there about how she enjoyed it. But I see that embossing there, super pretty. Thank you, Diana. And then this one, Pat gave us this thank you card, and she gave April. So basically this card is from April's class that she took at retreat, and the card she gave April is from my class she took at retreat. So thank you, Pat, maximizing her time there. And then at the retreat, we always have an optional card swap at the live one. So these are the cards. This one was the winner. Don't ask me how to make it, but you're going to be amazed. So let me fold it back up properly. Okay, y'all ready? Hold on to your hats. You can see, you will be able to see why this card won, if I can do it. And Linda made this one, and she told me it's very easy. And I was like, yeah, I won't be making one, but I believe you. Pretty cool, huh? So that was one of our swaps. This was my swap. I'm never the winner, but I used some new product there. And then I'll just show you the rest of them. So glittery there. This one was really fancy. Show you how it opens there. This one, that uses the stuff I'm using today. I've never made that kind of card either, Susan. And this one is a brand new stamp set in the JJ mini catalog. It doesn't necessarily stand out when you look in the book, but there's a die that cuts out all these balloons. It's pretty cool. So those were our card swaps that if you participated, you received. I'm glad y'all like Linda's card. And then I just want to quickly again show, these are last month's online order special. So just to kind of show you what you get if you place that online order, you get a class packet to create 4 cards, and these are the 4 cards from last month. We focused on a different stamp set, obviously. But this month, you know, it's the Quite Kirby. Okay, let me go back to my notes. Thank you, guys. Hello, everybody. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Rhonda. Glad you guys like those cards. Thanks for sharing, everybody. Hey, Pat. Hey, Susan. If I missed you, that's my fault, not yours. If I missed saying hi to you. Okay, so for this month's classes, which I mentioned Landa and Karen are cutting for us. So we've cut off, you know, adding more people, but basically each class has 1 spot left. So if you missed out on Stamp-A-Stack, Sampler, Scrapbook, or card, you can still get one, and it's first come. So the in-person event is happening Saturday. That's very limited space. I don't even know what spaces are left, but it's in the registration. The picking up the tubs so you can stamp it at home, there's still spaces left for that. And then of course you can just take the packet to go and make it yourself with your own stamps. So card class is $15 or free with the $20 order, and you'll make 4 cards using the Pretty Perennials bundle. All my samples are with my helpers, so I can't show you, but I have what's the word? posted sneak peeks already. You can get on my customer VIP group and see sneak peeks. I've also emailed them out, and anyone can join those the email list or the groups. Okay, so anyway, I think they're really cute cards. I'm typing instructions for them right now before this video and as soon as this video is over. Scrapbook class has one extra packet. We're making, in my opinion, some gorgeous pages with the Forever and Always bundle. And then we're also doing our page 2 for New Year's, which you won't need any stamps for that one. And then we're making a beautiful sampler for Valentine with Forever and Always bundle. One left, $28, includes 20 in merchandise. And then we're making 4 awesome birthday cards with the Sweet Ice Cream bundle. I'm sorry, 4 designs, but you'll make 12 cards in the Stamp-A-Stack. It's $30. You get $20. You really are getting more than 20 in both of these classes this month. That's before tax and shipping. But I think it's 21, 25 in one, and 20 something in the other of product, plus all the paper we cut, emboss, die cut, punch, etc., and bag very carefully for you. Okay, so if you want one of those classes, it would be probably best to text or email me. And my email is jennifer@jennifercotton.com. And of course, I'll put all that info in this video description later. My next stamping bingo, it's too late to sign up for the one next week. Those kits have been cut, packed, and they're going out in the mail today. But the next one is Thursday, February 25th. It's a stamping bingo, so basically it's a card class, and we're going to make some cards with the In Bloom bundle. Mine is on the way. I don't remember what order I put it in, but the order's not here yet. So let me show you that bundle real quick. It's called In Bloom, and it's really cute because the dies, it's a bundle. The dies in this bundle put little stitch marks on the flowers and leaves and stuff. Of course, I don't know what page it's on. Of course, maybe it's written right here, page 45. Hello. Check your notes. So, I haven't played with this bundle yet, but I've seen cute stuff online with it. Lots of good greetings in there. The In Bloom bundle. And then you probably can't see it too good on the video, but these dies have little stitch marks in them. So if you can see on that sample there, the little flowers have stitch marks. Super cute. So that's what we'll be using for Stamping Bingo February 25th. And then what Stamping Bingo includes is make and take projects that you stamp at home, a Zoom event, so you can log on with Zoom. Hey everybody, hey Debbie, hey Valley Chick, hey Charlotte. That bundle is on your maybe list, Susan. It was on my lower list just because there were other things that was, you know how it is, like for you, this is what I'm getting first, so I know what you mean. But I ordered it last week, and I put in so many different orders last week for different events and stuff. I can't remember. Hey Susie, all right. Which order it's on, but it's coming. I know that because I checked it off in the book. That's what I do after I order. I try to remember to check it off. I also have a website called mystampinstuff.com, stuff.com, where you can, it is a subscription site, but you can, you can mark your inventory, what you've bought, what's on your wish list. It's amazing. So any questions on that, just let me know. And that's where I need to update it, but I'm behind on that right now. Okay, so bingo, Thursday, February 25th, 6:30 p.m. I haven't actually put the RSVP link out yet, so you haven't missed anything, but there's still plenty of time to sign up. You have until February 13th. It will include some product with your fee, your bingo card, some games to win prizes, door prize drawings, and a fun evening of stamping with other stampers. It's $42 with shipping, $34 if you want to pick it up. Okay, so that's bingo. And bingo qualifies for my Bring a Friend incentive, which I'm doing in January and February. If you bring a new friend who's never stamped with me before, never made a purchase, never bought a class, and they are an adult, not your 10-year-old child which that's awesome if you bring them, but a new to me adult friend, and they take any of my classes that qualify, you each will get $5 off a future order, and there's no limit. So if you bring 2 brand new friends to 2 different events, that's 10 for you, 5 for each of them, and so on. Classes that qualify: Stamp-A-Stack, Sampler. Hey G-Ann, hey Mary Ann. Stamp-A-Stack, Sampler. Valentine, oh, that one's over. Bingo, February 25th. Online Celebration, February 13th. And Paper Party Share. So if you have any friends who either want to try out stamping or are into stamping, but they maybe haven't heard of me, feel free to share this info. Okay, next is the paper share and ribbon share. Your deadline is coming up January 17th, so you have 3 more days. So first of all, this is a way to get a sampling of literally every new paper in the January to June mini catalog. All of them, including the acetates, the pearlescent paper, all of them. And it's 6 by 12, so it's not 2 6 by 6 pieces or 1 6 by 6 piece. It's 12 inches long. It lets you, that gives you a little more flexibility to get more pieces out of it. You can get 3 card fronts out of a piece that size if you cut it correctly. You can use it for scrapbooking and so on. And with the sampler, it just lets you see what you like, and then you can order full packs later. So there's 9 designer papers and 4 specialty papers. There's 2 acetates, a foil, and a pearlescent paper. That's what it's called, pearlescent. So you'll get all that in our share. Then the ribbon, there are only 5 new ribbons in this book. I don't do the twines because they're really difficult to cut up. So there's 5 new ribbons, but if you sign up for that one, you will get a sampling of the 5 new ribbons, 1 yard of each. So for that, or let me give you prices now. It is, if you just want the paper only, $60 with shipping, $52 without. And you do get a little bonus gift of some samplings of random celebration papers. And then the ribbon share is only $10.50. And you can add that on, or basically when you click the one link, you can choose which one you want or both. You just select what you want. But we have a paper party to go along with our share. This is an optional event, and I've had, with my registrations, about half have taken the party and about half have not. Totally fine. What you get with the party is a bunch of bonus stuff for about $15 more. So what's your bonus stuff? You're going to get 9 make and takes, and I have a sample of 3 of them here. You're going to get tips on how to use designer paper in your projects, video tutorials, videos, PDF instruction for your make and takes, bonus project ideas, 3 bonus project ideas, a door prize entry, so a chance to win prizes, and that's what the paper share party is. So when you register, you select party, no party, whatever you want. And your party is going to include a half a roll of ribbon, as well as everything cut except your designer paper for you to make your projects. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek of only 3 of them, because these are the only 3 I have, and these are not the ones I made. April made these. Turn that. So you have to zoom in, pause it, but they're really cute and elegant, because we have all types of paper in this book. These are cute and elegant. Then Alejandra Gomez will be doing 3, and I've put a sneak peek of hers in an email, and then I will be doing 3, and I haven't made mine yet. So there you go. But all 9 will be from the 9 main papers, at least. We may throw in a little specialty paper, we may not, but the 9 main designer papers will get used in your 9 make and takes. So sign up by January 17th. That is your deadline for that one. There are, like I said, 9 new papers, 4 specialty papers. This is a total of 54 6x12 sheets and 24 6x6 sheets that you're getting for $60 with shipping, or $52 without. Add $15 for the paper party. The 9 make and takes, bonus surprise gift with each of the shares. Okay, so any questions on any of this, let me know. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you for sharing. Good morning, Lori. Hey, Cindy. Thanks for sharing as well. Good morning. Hey, Stella. Good morning. Betty. Good morning. Jeanne. I think I said good morning. Yes, I did. Because I see Marianne up there. Hey, Jen. Good morning. Charlotte. Hey. I know I've missed a lot of you guys. I think I said hi to Debbie. Hey, Rhonda Glaze. Thank you, Susan. Okay, so the next event is my online celebration event. This is basically a new catalog kickoff, but an online version. And this is the new catalog we're referring to, the JJ mini catalog. JJ stands for January to June mini. And this event is online only, so anyone in the US can take it. Thanks, Susan. It's February 13th is when the event happens. Of course, if you cannot be there live, you do not have to be. You won't miss out on door prize drawing or anything. You just have to watch the videos later. And by the way, you won't be able to finish all your projects within the time of the online event. So again, it's not necessary to be there. Everything will be recorded. But there will be a Zoom event and a Facebook group. So if you don't do Zoom, you can still watch the Zoom recording on Facebook. Zoom just allows you to interact more, like be able to talk versus just type a reaction. Exclusive Facebook group. It's going to start at 10 a.m. Central Time that day. It's going to include, for only $60, you're going to get $50 in merchandise. And the Paper Blooms designer paper, a full pack of that, which if I can pick this up, I'll show you what that looks like. This is my favorite designer paper from the Celebration Selections, this is free with a $50 purchase. These are 12 by 12, but you'll get a full pack of that with your, thanks for sharing, Lori, with this class, which is only $60, add $8 for shipping. We're going to use the Pretty Perennials bundle and the Friends Are Like Seashells bundle. So you only need those two to complete all your projects. 5 cards from each one. 2 stamping demonstrations done online for you, so you can refer back to them always. And then if you want, you can add on a stamp set. You can add on a optional class where we'll use the Berry Blessing stamp set to make 4 additional cards. It will include the snail mail twine and the white polka dot tulle. It's only $17, which means you're only paying for those 2 products. You get the cards for free. The cards are free, but you do need to use your own stamp set. So make sure you have the Berry Blessings stamp set if you add that on. Okay, deadline January 28th. Kits mailed by February 5th. Event is February 13th. And then as a reward for you for shopping with me, supporting me, taking my classes during Celebration, which is now January and February 2021, where you can get a free gift there's several things with this. But anyway, for supporting me during this time, I'm going to have a free event you can earn that will happen in March, on March 13th on Zoom. Don't have to be present. If you earn this event, you're going to get 4 projects mailed to you, a gift mailed to you from me, and have a chance to play games and win prizes on March 13th. So there's 3 ways to earn it. Number 1 is spend $150 or more total during this time. Many people have met this already, and that's in orders. Or you can host an online workshop with me. That's basically a party where we do a private Facebook group that only whoever you invite to can attend, and then we do a private stamping demonstration. We can do Zoom as well, actually. The last one I did was on Zoom, so whatever you prefer for your friends. Anyway, if your party comes out to 150 or more in orders, you'll get to earn my event free. Or number 3, if you take 5 qualifying classes from me during January and February 2021, you'll get this event free. Qualifying classes are Stamp-A-Stack, Sampler, Valentine Bingo, Bingo February 25th, Online Celebration, and Paper Party Share. Out of those 6, if you take 5 of them, you'll get this event for free. So, any questions on any of this, just let me know. Stampin' Up! Specials. Okay, I haven't told my customers about this yet, simply because I've been behind and all. But I want to make sure everyone knows that there are some new bundles coming out for the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set. So I'll show you that in the catalog. But there are 2 bundles. And you may have, possibly heard about this somewhere else. But there's a stamp set called Hey Birthday Chick. And if you remember, if you've been around long enough, from 2017, we had a celebration stamp set called Hey Chick. And it was these 4 chicks. Actually, oh, I forgot I have the real deal right here. It's this stamp set here called Hey Chick. You could earn it free with a $50 purchase in I think it's 2017. It's much longer ago than I thought. So a lot of you have this already. If you didn't get it, you can buy it again next month. It's coming back, just very temporarily. They never bring stuff back, but it's coming back for a month. But also, to go along with it, I have to figure out which one it is. It's this one. Are dies to match Hey Chick. Ooh. These will only be available for 1 month, and I believe while supplies last. February. Oh, not 1 month. My bad. February 2nd through June 30th. So basically the entire run of this catalog. Take that back. I said it wrong. And that's awesome because it gives us much more time to budget all our wants and needs. Of course, if you're a demonstrator, you can get it now. Like Tommy just said, got it. Okay, so you can see it cuts out the 3 chickens that are in that set. 1, 2, 3, those big ones. Then there's all these other images. There is a chicken coop. There's corn stalks. There's eggs. There's a tree stump. And these, I'm sure you can see, they have detail on them. So it's going to put, there's like a sign. Chicken wire. So many amazing dies in here. What is this one for? That's for the little egg guy. There's corn. There's 2 things of corn, 2 corn dies, and 2 of the greenery that comes on the corn. Right up here. This is amazing. So, Hey Chick. And it's coming back next month for customers. Demonstrators can buy it now. And the dies are coming next month. There will be a bundle to save 10%. And it is $44 for both. Awesome, Marilyn. It's so good to be a demonstrator because you don't have to do any business. Excuse me, with my brother. You don't have to sell. You can just get your discount, but you can buy stuff early, which is what most of us like, the biggest perk. We get to see it first and order it first if we want. We're not required to. But if you already have this stamp set, if you want it, you can buy it for $17. If you don't want the dies, you can buy the bundle for $44. But if you already have the stamp set, the dies are $32. Okay? Which I accidentally bought it. It's a long story, but I made a mistake. I already have the stamp set, but I accidentally bought a new one now. Yes, Tommy, because you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You have to order it through yourself. Okay, so Hey Birthday Chick is in the catalog. You can order this stamp set now. Anyone can, all customers. But if you want to wait and get the bundle for 10% off, here's what the dies look like. They are called Birthday Chick dies. They're not in the JJ catalog. But they are going to be $27, or the bundle is $43. And they cut out, of course, all the main chick images. And then there's a happy birthday that's going to be so useful. There's a little like chicken scratch kind of embossing image right there. There's like a party streamer, a fence. Can y'all, oh, can I point to the right place? A fence. Can you imagine what we can do with that? There's a little chick. There's a bow tie. It's amazing. That's a little, you can make a little baby Minnie Mouse as well with that. There's a sack, like a sack of flour or a sack of grains there. So cute. So, to clarify, if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can buy these now. If you're a customer, you can buy them February 2nd through June 30th. And if you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, anyone can buy the starter kit at any time. So just contact me for that. That is the stamp set in the catalog. Actually, I may need this again. Okay, so we have that going on. Of course, we have, oh, Basic White is here. So you can buy it now. Basically, we have all the white papers. And I had a ton of the Whisper White, so I'm still using that up. So in my events, you're getting Whisper White. But I ordered the Basic White. I've tried it out, and it works as good as Whisper White. And in some cases, it's better because, for example, it's whiter than Whisper White. It just is. I always thought Whisper White was the whitest white paper you could get. But then if you put them side by side, it's more of a bright white. So, who knew? You don't really need the codes. If you're on the online store, just search Basic White. It'll come up. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe if you use the old codes for Whisper White, it just converts it automatically for you, I think, to Basic White. But they're all the same prices. We have the 8.5 by 11, 12 by 12, thick 8.5 by 11, medium envelopes, note cards and envelopes, 3 by 3 envelopes, and assorted memories and more cards and envelopes. All that is available now. So yay! And then last but not least, of course, we have Celebration going on right now. And that is for every $50 or $100 you spend, you get a free gift from this book. No limit. Spend $100, get 2 gifts for $50 or 100. Spend $150, mix and match any way you want. If you say, I want 3 packs of the Oso Ombre designer paper and I spent $150, you can select that. And then you can do it again and again. There's no limitations. You want 3 of a stamp set, whatever. You can mix and match any way you want. So that's what I always love about Celebration. No limitations. In addition, if you host a party during Celebration or place an order of $300 or more, so a party means a bunch of people order and we put it together and it adds up to 300 or more. An order is if you order on your own 300 or more, you're going to get a bonus stamp set called Punch Party. Yay. And then if you purchase our starter kit during Celebration, so join and become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator under no obligation, it's only $99. You choose 125 of anything you want. So the chick stuff that's not available to customers yet, you can choose that. You can choose anything from this catalog, anything from this catalog, anything from our beginner brochure. Any current product is what you can choose when you purchase that starter kit, 125 or less. You'll get a free past paper pumpkin, and you will automatically receive 5 packs of brand new designer paper. This is a $63 value for free. These will come out in the May annual catalog. Woo! Which is when my stamp set for Selling a Million will come out as well in that catalog. Okay, so any questions, let me know. With I made a note and in my head apparently because I scratched out my old note and I forgot to write down my new one. But anyway, that's annoying. If y'all don't know, I have like an outline I have to follow to keep me on track or I'll forget everything. But there's so many benefits of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You can do card swaps and all the benefits are optional really. But you can participate in card swaps, exclusive events, get your discount, make money, save money, so many things. So any questions on that, let me know. And there really is no obligation. Thank you, Betty. Excited to see that stamp set. I hope I'm pretty sure I will get a actual stamp set early, but I don't know for sure. Okay, so next is Paper Pumpkin. Just a reminder that you can sign up for or pre-purchase our monthly craft kits in the mail. This is the one from December. I haven't received my January one yet, which is normal. It's not time. But this is the one from December. It comes in a box every month to your door. It has instructions. It has a stamp set that you can't buy anywhere else unless you get this kit. This one's really cute with a bear and lots of greetings, flowers, all that. It has adhesive every time. Those are Stampin' Dimensionals. Has ink every time. And then whatever supplies you need. These are cards, so there's all the supplies to make the cards from this kit. The paper pumpkin kit for February. Yes, because it's too late to sign up for January. The 10th is the deadline each month to buy or sign up. Is called Bouquet of Hope. So they have a sneak peek there of one of the cards. It's really pretty, as you can see. A nice big die cut thinking of you, greeting. And what it says, what Stampin' Up! Has told us about this kit, because demonstrators, that's a perk we don't get. It's a surprise for us too, 9 times out of 10. We don't get to see the kit early. Anyway, this is what they say, provides a way to offer comfort, care, and condolences to those enduring life's challenges. With beautiful blooms and supportive sentiments, the Bouquet of Hope paper pumpkin kit will soothe sorrow and share sympathy in a heartfelt, handmade way. It will create 9 cards that are the same size as the cards I'm going to make today, so I call that regular size cards. 3 each of 3 designs, and of course they always include envelopes. Coordinating colors are Basic Black, Bumblebee, Just Jade, Mary Merlot, Mossy Meadow, and Rococo Rose, and it's going to coordinate with the Flower and Field Celebration designer paper. So you can kind of see that. I mean, you can get an idea of what it'll look like from that. Sorry. Okay, so how do you get it? You can either click my link and subscribe, so you'll get it every month. Subscriptions are cheaper because it's $22 plus tax only. Shipping is included. Or you can pre-purchase 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months on my website as a purchase. And those purchases count towards your spending $50 or $100 and getting a free gift. So keep that in mind. Any questions on any of this, let me know. Don't forget, as you guys come on, say hi so I can enter you to win the cards I'm going to make today. When I point the camera down now, I'm going to show you some projects from our retreat. Don't forget, our retreats are always offered to go, where you can stamp them at home. In general, they focus around 1 stamp set or bundle, and then we offer a couple of additional optional classes that focus around 1 stamp set or bundle. And the reason I say that is it's not like you have to buy 20 stamp sets to be able to complete all these projects. I don't have all my gifts from the retreat. I just don't have them right now to show, but I have a couple. But you get gifts, you get a bag. Do I even have, I don't know if I can dig my bag out. It's just because I haven't fully unpacked yet. And as soon as I got home, I had to jump on preparing for my next event, events, as y'all know. Which is a bunch. Yeah, I can't grab a bag right now, but you get a bag. In general, we always put your name on the bag. So these bags do have your name printed on them, which I think is awesome. Like, hello. That's some customization for you there. And I'm trying to make this straight. I don't know why it looks straight on my phone screen, but not on the iPad. Anyway, these are a couple of the gifts. Now mine is empty because there was no need to give me that gift, but one of our 3x3 acetate boxes, and it had a sampling of every single snail mail designer paper in it. Super cute. So that was one of the gifts. This is another gift. It's a magnet with their name, and it like helps you remember the retreat you took part of, and it's a wreath. Just super pretty. I got this idea from Karen. I think I showed another design of these previously, but then I used it as a gift. So they received that, as well as a jar of candy, a thank you card, a full pack of designer paper from Celebration. So there were several gifts. These were the make and take projects. So we made one of the treat boxes. I'm trying to think of the right word for it. Love You Always treat box. And we used the Fine Art, I think is what it's called, stamp set bundle suite. We did use gilded leafing on our projects. So there's one. Then we made 4 little cards that will fit inside here. So let me show you those real quick. Super cute. I miss you, best wishes, just want to say, and congratulations. There's some of that gilded leafing there, which I showed last week. If you missed that, you can go back and see how to use that. Then the 4 full-size cards. We had this one. I'm turning it because there's lots of shimmer on there. Some more gilded leafing. This card, which is just, in my opinion, very elegant and pretty. This card, so this is a fancy little fold here. So mine is tied shut. Your friend can either slide that off or untie it to open their card. I'm going to slide it off. I've reattached this multiple times since this weekend. And so it opens like this. There's the back. So they made that one. And then we made this one. So it's one of those stand-up cards. And it has, mine got messed up because it was a sample, of course, and it was getting in and out of an envelope all weekend. But it has a 2021 calendar on there, one of those mini calendars. And I think it's really pretty. We used the acetate where it layered, the one that layers right on top of the designer paper. But when it stands up, I thought I was so clever because I put good luck. It's 2021. Good luck. We'll see how it goes. So, of course, they could have stamped a different greeting if they chose any that would fit in there. But that was my card for that one. Then we do scrapbook pages. So here is one of the scrapbook pages. More of that gilded leafing, some gold foil. And, of course, we pre-emboss, we pre-die cut what we can for everybody. Then page, I don't remember which one's, I think this is actually page 1 and that's page 2. But we pre-die cut, you know, we do so much for you with these retreats. And then gilded leafing. And then we always do a sampler as one of our projects. So here's the sampler. And I liked it a lot. Trying to fit it all in the screen there. Gilded leafing, die cut that for you, use some of your acetate, all that stuff. So there you go. That gives you an idea. We usually do at least 10 make and takes with our retreat in a box or live retreats, whichever. And our next one is in March. So info will be coming out soon. And I need to verify with April first before I say what bundle we're using. These are the 2 optional add-on classes we did. April's was a stamp a stack, so you got to make 20 cards, 5 of each. And they, what am I trying to say? Oh, each of these classes includes a ton of product, like $35, I believe. And then the class is $45. So 20 cards, $35 in product, and of course PDF instructions for all of this. So there's 1, 2, super pretty there with the vellum, 3, love that color combo, 4, and 5. That's the one that Pat gave me, one of hers. Okay, and then this was my Love You Always Valentine class. They did make 2 of each card and then 1 of each of everything else. So 8 cards, 3 boxes, and 2 scrapbook pages. So we made this card and this one and this one. All the foil and stuff on there. And this card. I don't know why I'm doing that. There's no glitter on there. And then the 3, let me just do this so you can see them better. Match boxes, basically, in case you haven't seen these. The other one was tied shut, but they're huge, so you can put so much candy in there, or so much treats, or a gift card, plus some tissue, whatever. It fits a lot of stuff. And they're extremely easy to put together. But they got to make 1 of each in the class. I love this foil. It's so pretty, and then when you combine it with these dies. And then last but not least, the 2 scrapbook pages. So they made page, yeah, this is page 1. It says love you. And then page 2, always. Love you always. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some confidence when we offer our next retreat in a box. Maybe you'll want to take something. Maybe not, but maybe. All right, so we're going to make 3 cards today with the sweet strawberry bundle, along with the Berry Blessings bundle is basically what it is, but that's not how it's worded in the catalog. This paper is actually called Berry Delightful, not Blessings, Berry Delightful, but you can only get the paper with the stamp set and vice versa, and these are both free with a $100 purchase till the end of February. No limit, all that stuff. So free with 100, and then this is just for purchase in our mini catalog. Sweet Strawberry. It's toward the back of the catalog. I'm going to try to find it real quick for you. And maybe it's toward the middle of the catalog. And super cute. They do coordinate, obviously. So the punch does coordinate with the designer paper, but I'll show you how that works in a second. And the stamps it's the same font. So you can mix and match your greetings. And of course, the style of the fruit is the same in both. So it's completely mix and matchable, but also they can stand alone. Okay, I had to look it up because I couldn't find it. It's on page 44, right behind the baby shark. And there it is in the catalog. So Sweet Strawberry is $18, the punch is $18, the bundle is $32.25. Okay, let's get started. Finish with that catalog, for those catalogs. Okay, so a couple things to show you first. This is the designer paper, and this is flower from Sweet Strawberry, this flower here, and I didn't end up using it on a card. I made all these, I punched all these out, and then I didn't use them, but I wanted to show you because it doesn't show it in the catalog, I believe, and ignore this part, but this is the flower. This punch is in the annual catalog. I'm blanking on the name of it, but this punch, you can purchase it separately. It coordinates with the Sweet Strawberry with that flower right there. So that's A. I punched all those out with this one. I think the name will come to me in a minute. Bloom, small bloom punch. And then this one, I just wanted to show you in case you were thinking, oh, I can just punch those strawberries out with the punch from the designer paper. It does punch them separately because of how the punch is, so it's only going to punch the full strawberry. So then you have to find another strawberry with the red or blackberry or whatever color it was and punch separately this part, and it's, as you can see, not like it gets some of the red on there basically. So it would look fine if I pieced these back together. But just be aware that if you're intending to use the punch for that, that is how it's going to work. So, FYI. So that's just some informational stuff about the products. Now we'll see what card we're going to make first. This first one is a pretty simple card. I'm back to being able to use my favorite white card base. Not that I don't use other colors, but I like to have a white card base. That's just me. And the measurement is you take your 8.5 by 11 and cut it in half. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. You get 2 cards out of one piece of paper, or you can cut the 8.5 by 11 in half this direction. And either way, when you fold it in half, it makes the same size card. I'm going to use my bone folder to fold it. I like to align the corners on the table so that I can rest it against my fingernail, and I make sure both corners match up, and then I press it only a little with my hand, but fold with the bone folder. That will make less wrinkles inside, and honestly, this is probably still Whisper White. I just have to get through like 5 more packs before I move on to basic white, but they're not, I could mix and match them and it would be fine for my opinion. Anyway, either way, fold it in half with the bone folder. That makes the wrinkles on the inside less wrinkly than if you'd used your finger. And then you can, of course, stamp and sign your name on the back, stamp a handmade by, made with love, something like that, and sign your name so that whoever you give that to knows you made it. And then you can, in general, the way I make cards, set that aside and move on to your next step. So the next piece I have is a piece of the Very Delightful designer paper. This piece here, they are 12 by 12 and double-sided. And actually on this card, when I cut this, I was going to use this side, and then on the sample I made, I ended up using this side. So I think I'm going to use this one today, and we'll see which one y'all like better. Then I have a piece of 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Yes, Blackberry Bliss. And then a 3 by 4 Whisper White, and then a scrap of Whisper White, or white. Sorry, it's going to take me a while to get used to saying basic white. Okay, so I'm going to stamp on these 2 pieces. And I'm using, my greeting is from Sweet Strawberry. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. And then the other images are from Berry Blessings. These leaves and the blackberries, or whatever you want to make those, but I'm making blackberries today. So, there's a scrap paper here. Bring all these stamps in. Oops. Ignore that says pull. I forgot to clean that off. I label those for live events, or the tubs. And I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss, Rich Razzleberry, Granny Apple Green, and Garden Green ink for these images. I'll go ahead and do my greeting first in Blackberry Bliss. So with the Stampin' Up's ink pads, you want to open it like a mirror, like a makeup compact, or like if you're going to do a cell phone phone call in the 90s, and then slide it open. And I'm going to stamp the greeting just at the top here. Get that a little closer to my face. My table surface is very firm, so it's fine, but if yours is not, you can use a foam mat. Ours is called the Stampin' Pierce mat. It's on the online store, and this is the one I recommend because of how dense it is. But that will give you a smooth image with your photopolymer stamps. Oh, I'm going to stamp something else on there. I forgot. So then I'm going to add the leaves on here. I kind of struggled with this design because I couldn't figure out. I just couldn't figure it out, but I also didn't want to hand cut out all these leaves. So this is what I came up with. Can't remember which one I would like to stamp first. Yeah, this one. Okay, so this is what I came up with. We're going to stamp this leaf image on here 3 times. And basically make a little background. That was Garden Green. Then we'll do Granny Apple Green for the solid part of this. I need to get it to where I can see good to align it. Although if you're off, don't stress, it's fine. And these are the kind of images which purposely make it look like you didn't ink as good in certain spots to give color variation. So don't worry about that. Comments here. Better late than never, Cindy. Of course, no problem. Okay, so there's that. And that looks kind of ugly, but we'll cover it up, don't worry. And then the berries, we need 3. So Rich Razzleberry will be my lighter color. I keep getting confused which one I want to stamp first. And I just need 3 of these. There is not a punch or die, so I'm going to have to hand cut them out so I can just stamp them. Like, I don't need to pay attention to spacing or anything since I'm not punching. And if you didn't have the 2 colors, you could use only 1, and you would just ink the part that's supposed to be lighter up, stamp it on scratch paper, then stamp it on your project, and it'll be lighter. So you can do that as well. Same with the greens. Okay, then I'm gonna hand cut these out. Try to, Carol said Blossom Punch. And Robin said Small Blooms. I think it's Small Bloom, but some of the names start to sound similar, especially when you've been doing this for 19 years. You're like, you mix up a name with a name we had in the past or a name of something else, you know, from the past. So that's why I couldn't think of it. So I completely understand throwing out a name that might be a little bit off. Either way, it's in the annual catalog, and it's pretty much the only one that looks like that punch. We're talking about this one. And it says free with 100. I need to take that off of there because it's not anymore. That was like a past celebration item. I can remove that with some goo, not Goo Gone. Well, actually now I just remove it with hand sanitizer, but is it Goo Gone or... Oh, StazOn remover is what I take that stuff off with. When I've written on plastic with Sharpie, I can remove it later. And one more. Hopefully you can see how I'm cutting this. I'm trying to, when it applies, turn the paper with my left hand instead of turning the scissors with my right hand. Get a smoother cut that way. Also try not to make a bunch of little cuts, but, you know, cut with the scissors longer. So open them really wide and then call it making long cuts. So it won't be as jagged. Although it won't show as bad if you are a little jagged on this card because of the white background. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, my new favorites, and place one on the back of each blackberry. I peeled the back right off of that. And then just pull the backings off. And so I'm just gonna kind of make a little pattern sort of in the center there to cover up the center part that I stamped. And that is my focal point. I got some ink on here. So if you win, you're gonna win the original card I made because I got some green ink on there somehow. I don't know if y'all can see it. Who knows what I did? When you're making a video, you get a little sketchy. All right, I'm gonna grab my Stampin' Seal. So that's it for this card. It's very simple. The next card is a little more advanced, and then the last one is more advanced than that. So center that. Then, so like I said, I'm going to use this design just to see the difference. This was the one I was originally going to use, but then I switched it on the first card. But this obviously has these berries on it. And then more mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm using white for this one, but they do come in black as well. So I'll do 5. And that's it. See what y'all think. Besides the fact that I got that little ink up there. So here's the other card. I still think I probably like this one better. with that paper. But, oops, I just pulled my phone with, I moved something and it pulled the cord to something over here. Oh my goodness, I've got it all entangled. Anyway, there you go. I think this can come a little more to the left maybe. So, same design, 2 different sides of the designer paper. See what you like, but if you win, you're gonna get the one without the green smudge on it, so it'll be this one. That designer paper is beautiful. I agree, Martha. Thank you guys very much. That's, like I said, a simple card. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Martha. Oh, good. You got the berries. And this is one of those, like we were talking last week, I think last week, about a lot of, or certain things from Stampin' Up! Have a lot of samples on Pinterest. And the strawberry and the berry blessings both have a lot. So I have a Whisper White card base, and I have a Whisper White 4 by 5 1/4. Then a piece of this gorgeous designer paper, 3 3/4 by 5. That's this one here. Then I have a piece of this green sort of gingham kind, or plaid, I guess, design. It has really pretty on the back. It has all the berries. But I'm using that side, and that one is, I have to measure, 3 1/4 by 4, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then I have a piece of Whisper White, or white, that I have pre-die cut with the Stitched So Sweetly dies. It's going to be the second one down. So not the largest, but the next to largest of the rectangle scallop with the stitching die. These are great dies in the annual catalog, Stitched So Sweetly. And then I have a piece of the polka dot tulle. This is one of the ribbons I'm using in my bonus class that you can take with the online celebration event. Okay, so let me get my card base out of the way. Get the dirt off of it first. It's probably just little cardstock scrap kind of things that have, you know, when you're making other stuff. Okay, and then on this one, I'm just stamping on this piece. I've got something on there too. I must be inky today. There is some purple on me right there. I don't know. So I'm going to use Pacific Point and Night of Navy, as well as the same greens, Granny Apple Green and Garden Green. By the way, all these colors here coordinate with this designer paper. So if you're trying to figure out which red is that, which green, you can refer to the back of your designer paper. And of course, Garden Green and Granny Apple Green are 2 of the colors. Night of Navy and Pacific Point are 2 of the colors. There is Shaded Spruce is another green. And then just to, you know, a heads up, sometimes you'll be like, well, what purple is that, for example? And there won't be a purple here. So you kind of have to figure it out. There are 2 purples in this, but that was just an example I threw out. Or a yellow. Something that is not listed, and you just kind of have to compare it to what you have on hand and see what it is. That's just how it is. Okay, so for this one, my greeting is coming from Berry Blessings, the free set, wishing you the very best. So I'm going to stamp that first in Pacific Point to match this Pacific Point here. Remember to tap gently on Stampin' Up! Stamp pads. Don't press hard, just move your stamp around and get it evenly inked, but don't press hard or you'll get ink all over here, which comes off on your project. So wishing you the very best. And then, look what I did. And do I have baby wipes over here? I do have my chamois. I don't have baby wipes. I'm gonna wipe it on my chamois. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. Let me open all these up. I'm gonna stamp the, you kind of need to, if you're doing the blueberries, you kind of need to stamp the leaves first. So I'm gonna do garden green for the outline image. And then granny apple green to fill it in. I was gonna give a tip, but I lost it. For photopolymer, I do like to stamp the outline image first most of the time, and then I can see where to place the solid image. So there's that. And then the blueberries, I'm gonna do the outline in Night of Navy, and the two larger ones will line up with these little pieces here, but if you're off a little bit, it's fine. That. And I don't know if these can only be blueberries, or I don't know if there's another berry that's this shape and all. I think it might only be blueberries. I don't know. There you go. Just simply Stampin' Up's images make everything look so artistic, beautiful. It's not just solid granny apple green, for example. There's lighter and darker, all that stuff. But that's it. Like, they do the work for you. I guess this card is simple, but it looks fancier than the first one because of the die cutting and ribbon, I think. Okay, so let me assemble. I need to tie the ribbon around this designer paper. So I'm gonna attach the first piece. Look at your comments here. Landa listed all the coordinating colors for you guys. Look at that, 14 in all. Yeah, Stella, I love this paper too. Hey, Joni. and cranberries. It could be. I don't know. Like, I don't know the last time I saw a fresh cranberry versus a, you know, dried. So definitely could be. I was trying to think of a different kind of berry that could be, and I couldn't think. I Googled blackberries to see the colors, and they pretty much were just purple. Like, there wasn't a lot of color variation that I saw on the internet anyway. Okay, so I wrapped my polka dot tulle around the larger piece of designer paper, and I'm going to tie it in a bow. I pre-cut this because I didn't have an actual roll. I had like a partial roll that is not on a roll, as you see here. Totally usable, but it's just not on a physical roll. But I'm going to use my reverse tweezers here. These are like from the craft store or Amazon reverse tweezers. They can pinch your paper at the point where you need someone to put their finger there, your ribbon, not paper. And then you can have your hands free to tie a bow. We just don't sell those, unfortunately. And I will adjust the bow. There we go. And then make sure, for me, I need to, actually it's supposed to be, there we go. It's supposed to be on the right. I'm going to make sure it's scooted over far to the right because I want to center this image. So I'm going to check all that before I attach it down. Yep, that's a good spot. And I'm going to use my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And then put that in the center. And then this is going to go on this piece of white. And then I'll use mini dimensionals on that piece as well. It just gives this card a lot of pop. So this will be flat, but then dimensionals on this one. And that'll be it for that card. And then we'll start our last one. I'm gonna I have a little space heater down here. If you heard it get a little quieter just now. That's kind of crooked. Let's see if I can fix it. Because this is my garage, and it's cold outside, but it's not cold enough to turn the heat on out here. I can just use a little space heater just for myself. And it's supposed to get warmer today also. So there's no need for me to use a lot of electricity basically and heat it all up. Then I was getting hot because I'm talking, so Yeah, it is 51, so it's not really that cold, and it's going to get up to almost 60 today here in Texas. Now, that ribbon needs to be trimmed a little bit, but I'll do that later. So there's that card. Love Stampin' Up's images. Thank you, Marty. Thanks for sharing, Martha. Sherry says, kind of reminds me of a pomegranate, too. Marty, I'm glad you like that tip with the bow. Thank you, Betty. Thanks, everybody. Let's see if I missed any. Oh, Kim said she likes both sides of the paper on the Blackberry card, so thank you. Of course, with paper, designer papers, you kind of can't go wrong. Okay, this last card. I have just what I was telling you at the beginning, an 8.5 by 11 piece of white, but it's cut in half the other way. So it's 4 1/4 by 11. Then I have a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of the designer paper. So this one, this is the one you would punch your strawberries from if you were doing what I showed you before. You can also get these little flowers and then the leaves. And of course I showed you that part for this. But you're gonna probably punch through some other pieces when you do that. So just be aware, you could hand cut them out. We're not using that side, but gave me that opportunity to show you. But that is this design here in the paper. And then I have another strip of that. I'll get this measurement in a little bit because I don't remember it offhand. Then I have another piece of the designer paper. This is the one with the little, like it looks like a strawberry skin on the back or on one side and small strawberries on the front. And I pre-die cut that with the same die as the last card. Same size, same die. Then I have a piece of Poppy Parade. It's 2 3/4 by 7 3/4. I have a strip of basic black for my greeting. So it's 3/4 by 2 1/2. I'm like going through all my pieces here. Oh, another piece of Whisper White. That's the same die cut with the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I'm already getting cold with that heater turned off. And a scrap of white here. And another scrap of white. Okay, I think that is all I need for this card. Now, let me scoot all this aside and show you what I'm going to do. And I have to give a shout out to Tracy Allen on my team. I basically copied a card she demonstrated at one of my events where you got a demonstration with your feet. But I just changed the images and the designer paper she used. But the layout is the same. So I'm going to fold this card in half. Just like before with the bone folder. But then I want to cut it in the front in half. So I folded it first. You could have scored it first instead, but I am generally lazy and don't like to do that. And then half of 5 1/2 is 2 3/4. But for some reason, I was having so much trouble doing that the other day, so I hope I don't mess this up. But I've got my little paper trimmer. I'm going to put this to 2 3/4, and I'm going to cut. That should be half. I kept messing it up the other day. I think I was just looking at my cutter wrong. Yeah, so that's half, 2 3/4. So I have this. This is my right side up. This is your right side up. So this is how you would think the card's going to be, but it's not. We're going to turn it this way, and your card is going to open backwards, basically. But it's not, but you'll see. Okay? So put that aside. Now this piece, just a tip, you could use to die cut this out from. So you have no waste there. Obviously, you're going to use that for something else later, but it could be that piece for this card. Or it could be the scraps as well, but you definitely can use it. Okay, I'm going to turn this heater back on. It's cooler in here than I thought. I just need to scoot it farther away from me. Let me show you the mechanism of the card first. So, if you remember, this was 7 3/4 by 2 3/4. It's Poppy Parade. I'm going to fold it in half. Now you could score it again, like I just did with that, but, or I didn't score, I cut it. But anyway, you could score it. I don't want to. I just want to fold it. Okay. So this piece is going to go here. So I'm going to turn it so it will be right side up for you guys. So your card is going to open like this. Your friend is going to go, hello, hello. And it's going to open like that. Am I doing it correctly? No. It's this way. Okay. It's going to open this way and this way. This will make a lot more sense once it's stamped. You can tell what's right side up. So it'll open this way first and then that way. So that's why this is on the left. I mean the right instead of the left. Sorry. Saying everything backwards confuses me. This is your right, which is correct, and this is your left. Anyway, it's pretty simple, and once you have all the pieces, you just lay them out in front of you and glue them down that way. Okay, so that's the base of our card. So that's the only thing that's kind of different with that part. The rest is just us stamping and decorating and gluing together. So what I want to stamp first, just to, because I have to pick something, this is going to go inside my card. So I'm going to stamp a greeting. You always have a way of making my day, from Berry Blessings. So I'm going to use Poppy Parade so everything matches. And you always have a way of making my day. This will be inside the card once I get it all put together, but it will be on this part here, right there. Probably need that again. Then the next thing I'm going to stamp is on this flap here. I want to stamp an image that is larger than this piece, or I might go off the edges. So I'm going to put scratch paper under there so I don't stamp inside the card. And I need scratch paper on this side too. So I just need to protect this part. The image is this background image here from Sweet Strawberry. And it's going to be Memento Black. Here's the stamp. There was a little suction there to open that. Now you can press harder on Memento Black and black stays on because they are a firm ink pad. They're not soft like our ink pads. So I'm gonna, this is gonna be like a background, so I'm going to stamp it off onto the scratch paper and turn it different directions each time so that it looks more natural, like it was printed that way. And I always ink up the entire stamp, even if I'm just doing a little portion, because it never fails. If I don't, I mess up and miss one little spot of ink, and then the part that I need is not inked up properly, if that makes sense. Okay, so there's that. It will look like this, and this will be the direction. But I'm going to color that in with Stampin' Blends. So because they bleed through, I want to keep, although I am going to have designer paper here, but just in case, I want to keep scratch paper under it in case it bleeds through too much. And don't worry, I pre-colored this, so I'm just going to color a couple of images for you, but you don't have to sit through the whole thing. I'm using Petal Pink and Granny Apple Green. And as you may know, the way I do Stampin' Blends is the very simple way. In general, I either don't blend or I add my dark first, doing small sections at a time, so I wouldn't do this dark on every single leaf on this page. I'm going to do 3 leaves approximately at a time. I add my dark where the shadows should be, and I'm using the fine point because these are small images, and then I go over the entire thing with the light. And that's how I do it. But if I see a spot where I want to go back and add more dark, I can. You can keep coloring with Stampin' Blends. You need to use Memento ink because it's water-based, and these are alcohol-based. But you can keep coloring literally forever. They won't break down your paper. They won't overlap too much where the color looks ugly. they'll just keep blending and blending. So you could go back and add more dark wherever you think you might have missed a spot or whatever. And then if it looks kind of like that does, like it's just a blob of dark, you go over it with the light, which blends it back out and erases the harsh lines. And then Petal Pink is the same. Of course you can, and I just did the centers in the dark and like a couple of the petals that seem to be folded over. And then light. You can use either tip, just depending on the project. And I was going to say something else, but I lost it. It's very forgiving. It's super easy to color with. Just make sure you use a water-based ink. And when you get it all colored in, it'll look something like this. Oh, I was going to say you can mix, you know, Flirty Flamingo, for example, with Petal Pink or whatever. You can mix yellow and red, any colors you want to mix together you can, and they won't, the ink won't transfer from one marker to the other, no matter how light or dark it is. So alcohol markers are amazing. They do bleed through to the inside, like I said, so be aware of that. And they could bleed through to your scratch paper, depending on how you color, really. If you're a heavy-handed, then they'll probably bleed through. Okay, then I need some strawberries and the top. I just need 2. So I have these 2 scraps. This one's taller for strawberries and this one's smaller, shorter. What I want to make sure you realize is with these builder, this is called a builder punch because it builds an image. With these builder punches, sometimes you need to, oh, I'm missing it. Oh no. Sometimes you need to stamp one image and punch it out, and then stamp your next image and punch it out, or you're gonna cut into the next image you stamped, or you figure out how much spacing needs to be. So I haven't fully figured that out yet, literally just haven't taken the time, so I'm gonna do one at a time. For the strawberry, I'm gonna do Poppy Parade and Petal Pink. So Petal Pink for the solid image. Oh, and stamp it upside down. So just look at your punch. The strawberry is upside down here. When I slip the paper in, it'll be upside down. So stamp your image upside down or flip your paper when you figure that out. And then Poppy Parade for the detail. And then punch. Now I could have made this paper shorter to be less wasteful. I just grabbed a scrap in a rush yesterday or whenever I did this. Okay, so align it. See, I'm gonna have waste here, here, and here, and that could cut into my next strawberry that I had stamped. Then I will do my second one. So yeah, I definitely would have stamped those closer together. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying there, had I not figured this out first. Actually, I did stamp them too close together the first time, is why I'm stressing all this. Because I was in a rush and I thought I was professional and I didn't need to pay attention to that. So there's my 2 strawberries. Really cool with the coloring there. I could have used a more red on the inside, like it's just up to you. And then for the stem is stamped, not stamped, the stem is on here sideways. So you can stamp it this direction and put your paper in this way. You just need to keep trimming off as you go, as you punch. Or you can stamp the image sideways so that you can slide your paper in this way and not have to keep cutting. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just didn't on that one because I didn't pay attention. So 2 images. I don't know if that's called a stem, really. Whatever these are, though. The little green part that you rip off your strawberries when you're gonna eat them. So, again, I need to do one at a time, unless I have figured out how much spacing I need to leave between the 2. Oh, actually, this one, the way this is, you don't have to do that. Let me show you. It's just a punch by punch, image by image basis here. It doesn't have to be perfect, as I said. So because it's not going to punch anything to this side, I can just do it this way. And I'll just let all the trash that falls out be trash. So got it aligned, flip it over, squeeze, scoot it on down, and repeat. So really I could do that with the flower as well, but going the other direction. Okay, hopefully all that made sense. Now, I need one more thing for this card, which is my other greeting. It's going to say thank you on the front. So I have this piece of black. I'm going to heat emboss real quick. So I'm going to take a dryer sheet, an unused dryer sheet, and rub on the front of my paper to remove the static. And I'm going to stamp my image in Versamark ink, which is a super sticky ink. This is the thank you from Sweet Strawberry. Super sticky, so the powder will stick to it. But in addition, it could be a watermark image where you just stamp in Versamark to get a darker version of whatever color paper you're using. So like for dots or just a background image or whatever that you want tone on tone. And I have some white embossing powder. I'm going to scoop that under. Cover the image with the powder and then thump off the excess and remove the other excess. A little paintbrush can help with this part. And then I just need to heat it. No, a blow dryer won't work. You have to use a heat tool, which I have right here. And I have a clothespin attached to it so I can use it every time I heat emboss to grab my paper so I don't burn my fingers. Put it on number 2, which is high. And it should heat up pretty quickly. Once your image is shiny and solid, move on to the next section. If you overheat it, it will become not shiny. So see how it's whiter and shinier there on the T. And just keep moving down the image. And turn it off. Usually you have to use 2 hands, one to hold it, one to turn it off. And that's it. Heat embossing. But that's going to give me a lot brighter white image there for this particular card. Okay, let's put it together. So this piece goes on the inside. I'm not sure I cut that right. I don't know why that looked wrong to me, but it's 4 by 5 1/4. It looks bigger for some reason. And remember, this is the right side of my card that's kind of opposite. Normally, I would have this on the left so it could open like a normal card. And then this, I want to cover up with a piece of designer paper because of all that going through, the color going through. This is the one I didn't do the measurements of yet. It's 2.5 by 4. 2.5 by 4, which is a 1/4 inch smaller both directions of this piece. 2.5 by 4. So that goes there. If I were really worried about all the edges, I could have put another piece of paper there, but I'm not. Now this piece gets to, like you might think, because this is how I am at first, that I need to align it this way, but you don't. Just open it up and center it right here. Approximately center it right here. And it'll be fine. Then this goes inside. This is very similar to one Tracy showed us, but hers was blueberries, I think. Maybe blueberries. It was a different fruit, basically. And this one goes here. And my greeting is going to go on with mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I'll do 3. It's going to go right there. Then I got this is the other thing that's included with the class fee. If you add on that berry class to my online celebration. It's the snail mail twine combo pack. So I'm going to use the white and the petal pink together as one piece and tie a bow, just a regular bow, not a bunny ear. To me, twine is much easier with a regular bow. Fix it up, make it look cute, the right size you want, all that stuff. And then trim it, the excess off. Because I slightly stabbed myself there. Then I will mini glue dot that on here. Oops, my knot that's supposed to hold my scratch paper here in place just came off. That's gonna go there. Isn't that looking cute? And then last but not least, these little strawberries. I'm gonna grab my silicone craft sheet. Whew. To add adhesive to the back of each greenery thing. And the silicone just keeps the excess adhesive that would come off on my table or scratch paper from doing that. And put these together. And then I'll do some mini Stampin' Dimensionals on these. Maybe like 2 on each one. And then this card's almost done. So these will go, and I'm not concerned if they hang out over this part or not, so I'm not paying attention to that. That is my finished card. So it's closed, or when it's closed, it looks like this, and then you open it this way, and then you get to open it again. You could, of course, write your greeting here. You could even put another piece like this, or just a cut piece of white. By the way, you don't even have to use the die. You could just cut your paper straight. No die cutting is required for this card. These can be straight cuts. You can place another piece of white or whatever color you want here to be able to write more, stamp more, etc. So very versatile design. I mean, it can be just anything. This could be designer paper, no stamping at all. So many ways you could use that design. I saw Marty said she can't wait to try one of these types of cards, which exactly, like, it doesn't, again, have to be anything to do with berries, basically. It can just be a card that's with this layout, but completely different theme or stamps. So hopefully y'all like that. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Cindy. Thanks, Martha. Yes. Isn't this the joy? Janet, I have no idea. All I know, and I'm sure I've seen these before, so it may be called the Joy Fold, is what, who said that? Janet said. If you want to, try to look for other ideas with it. But that I don't know. All I know is Tracy just showed us a card. She didn't even give us the measurements. And that was another thing I wanted to point out, is I just made up these measurements based on this piece here. So yours might be a little shorter this way, or both, or a little longer or taller, depending on what piece you're putting there. So, who knows? So let's bring in the 3 cards we made today. And hopefully you guys like those. As a reminder, if you need anything, you can order from my online store. And this is the host code for this month, that if your order is 25 or more, you will receive a free class packet to make 4 cards. You'll use your own stamps, but you'll get a PDF tutorial and all that. If it's 50 or more with this host code, you'll also get a free full accessory. And if it's 150 or more, don't even use this. Let Stampin' Up! Give you $15 in free merchandise, plus the 2 gifts from me. And in addition, if you for every 50 or 100 you spend right now, you get a free celebration item. So, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Stacy said, thanks for sharing. You're welcome, because, but I couldn't share if people weren't watching. So thank you guys very much. Awesome, Diana. That is great. In case y'all don't know, I do post pictures of these on my blog after, and it's within a day usually. I always have the post ready to go. I just need to add the link to this video, but it depends on how busy I am that day. And today is a pretty busy day. So within a day or two though. And I post them on my VIP group. And that one is a lot faster to do. So if you're wanting those still shots, and if it does have a special opening, like there's 3 pictures of this one that I've taken ahead of time. This one, and this one. So, if you ever do need that, that's where those will be located. On the blog, stamptherapist.com, and on my Jennifer's VIP customer Stampin' Up! Group, something like that. I'll put a link to it in this video. All right, well, everybody have a great day and a great week. Thank you. If you're taking one of my classes this weekend, we'll get it all ready for you at the appropriate time we said we would between the 3 of us. And yeah, and if I didn't say hi, again, don't take it personal, because it's just me missing it or not scrolling back far enough or not being able to see good with my poor eyesight. Thank you, Kim. And I have one more little last thought. Oh, if you're watching replay, please still comment, because you still get entered to win the 3 cards I just made. All right, everybody have a good one. I will see y'all later. Thank you. Bye.